So you are center defensive midfielder, and you're wondering, when do I go fetch the ball? I haven't been told when I should go fetch the ball. Right? How do I make myself available for my team? Okay. So I'm going to share with you, say, three scenarios, okay, where you can actually make yourself available to be effective as a CDM in your team. Okay. So the first one I'm going to tell you is whenever your centre backs has the ball, right, and there is no pressure on him, don't go fetch it. Okay, don't go fetch it. Push the team upfield. Push everyone upfield. Okay, allow your centre backs to bring up the ball when there's no pressure, when nobody's pressuring them. That's also if the opponents decide they're not going to press, they're going to sit back because they are comfortable sitting back. So you then push the team upfield, okay, to gain more ground, to gain more advantage, to enter the final third quicker as well. Now, the minute they start initiating the press, right, and they will be aggressive in doing this. So you will find in one player will sprint at your centre back. Now you're wondering when do you go fetch the ball? Whoever steps to go fetch or to press your centre back, you follow him. So you follow that guy. Okay? It's like a game of tag. You follow him. Right? And as soon as he gets close to your teammate, and after he's had his look over his back to see where you are, that's very important. So when he sees where you are, if you are on the left side, before you receive, make sure that you receive on the right side. Because I can guarantee you, you will close on the left side. You will be closing left side. So you follow him on the left side. After he's seen you on the left side, now you open up on the right hand side. Okay. So that's your first tip. Okay. Follow the press. Right. Now the second tip that I will give you as a CDM is when your teammates decides to go long. Okay. Your teammates decides to go long. So centre back are not comfortable on the ball and they play the ball upfield because of the press that's coming up. Right. And you were literally here when they played the ball upfield, or you were here. Let's say you were here, right? So as soon as the ball go upfield, and 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 you know your teammate cannot turn after he receives the ball. You need to then make an option. It's like you being a third man basically in this play, right? So you receiving from the second guy. So as soon as the ball go upfield, right, make yourself available for that drop ball, whether it's a header or chest of the drop ball, and then you can actually go and switch the game over. Because sometimes people overlook playing the long balls. They think it's just about kick and rush. It's not. It can be strategic as well, provided that you as a CDM or you as a midfielder in that case as well, you are always making an option for your teammate. Because there's no point the ball goes upfield, your teammate's going to win the ball, but you find yourself on this side of the field, or you still find yourself here waiting for him to just flick on, because that's the common thing. Everyone just shouts flick on, right? So you see the ball going upfield and you're close by, make yourself available to collect. Okay, let them play it to you, so you don't have waste position. All right. And then the third tip that I'll give you as a CDM is knowing when to turn and when to play a bounce pass. This is actually one of my favorite ones because that's like a hack in football. I see it as a hack. Um, in a game, as a midfielder, you're always constantly checking over your shoulders, right? And you will find yourself in a position where you are between four players. Okay, find yourself in this situation, right? So when do you play a bounce pass and when do you turn with the ball? Okay, so you can see that you have four players. You are surrounded by four players. Yes. Now, to know when to play a bounce pass, or I would recommend, right? If you're closer to the ball, let's put it that way. If you are closer to the ball and to the two guys in front of you, the two opponents in front of you, and the ball gets played to you, almost for me, almost 99% of the chance in that position, you can actually turn. Okay, so if you find yourself close to the two guys that's actually going to press, and the ball gets played to you, you can almost not check your back. It's if you don't have to check your back really, because you will always have the space to turn with the ball. Okay, but I'm not saying you shouldn't check your back. You should check your back to make sure, right? But when you find yourself in this lower position of the box, right, and the ball gets played to you, you can actually turn with that ball. However, if you find yourself in the higher position of that box and the ball gets played to you, unless you've checked your back, right, and you see there is space where to turn, most of the time you can't turn in this position here because you will have two players coming at you from behind. So here's where you play the bounce pass. And this bounce pass normally will go either to this side or to the side of whoever teammate is there that's collecting. Understand? So as a midfielder, always make sure that your surrounding, you are aware of it, right? Tell yourself, okay, so these are the four guys around me, okay, and I'm coming to collect the ball. So I'm not going to decide that I'm going to bring the ball, the game upfield. Okay, I'm gonna take the game upfield. So by doing that, how am I going to do that? I'm going to face the ball. I'm gonna come deeper because then I want to turn with the ball. As soon as I get it, I want to turn and go out, right? But if the pressure is too high and your team doesn't have time to actually hold onto the ball to delay play before you come fetch it, and he chooses to play you, just know that you are on the higher side of the square. You can't turn. It's a high press. So you need to lay it off first time and then make a run, or lay it first time and allow your teammate then to take him on.